Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the wow, word jumble. Anyway, today we're going to talk about the Mafex Zack Snyder's Justice League version of the Batman. Now, I gotta say, I'm not a Zack Snyder fan, you guys already know that, but I can't hate on a solid suit design. It's really good here. Translates well, it was updated really nicely. I'll get to the comparison with the old one as well. But I gotta say, this batsuit is probably one of the best batsuits there are. For me personally, I prefer trunks, but this tactical version without trunks looks utterly phenomenal. And it's one of those things that I really enjoyed about this head stuff. Now, let's actually get a nice little zoom up. As you can see, the proportions here are bigger, bulkier, and nicer. Gives you that nice Ben Affleck feel that he's growing, and most importantly, he's aged. He's into that buff, I just don't care look. But he managed to maintain a really good looking batsuit, which is phenomenal. Now, I was a little worried about the cape not being able to hold, but even without it being fully wired, it's nicely in a nice thick wire that it does hold up really well, as you can see, like right here. Right now, one of the things that Isaac Wong Toys had pointed out, check him out on Facebook, Instagram, and I'm not sure if he's on Twitter, but Isaac Wong talked about how you need to sand down the torso so you make sure that it doesn't scrape up against the plastic. With that being said, I'm gonna pop it open for you guys to see the issue that he had. So right here, you would want to sand the back and the front, so you can see that ridge line there, right? And you're sanding it down so that way it doesn't scrape up against the top of the torso here. And just like with Mafex the Batman, it says WB, it won't say Marvel, there's no mistake there. But yeah, as you can see here, we have a nice upper torso. We do get a beautiful butterfly joint. Oh, there's a little bit of paint scrape there. He was right. There is paint scrape, so you need to be careful when you're doing that. So I'm probably gonna fix mine. So there's a little bit of paint scrape there. As you can see here, we can lift up into a T pose, but we cannot go higher. We have a bicep swivel, a beautiful double joint. As you can see, you saw the butterfly joint tucks in really well. I think mine's locked up and froze a little bit on the left-hand side. But as far as our torso goes, we actually have a beautiful joint. I just don't wanna mess mine up. I don't wanna mess mine up, but I might have to risk it. As you can see, we do get a nice crunch, but it's not deep enough. And then we have our socket here. Now I wanna make sure that my socket doesn't cause any breakage, so I'm just looking into it. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be one of those you have to use in conjunction with your lower joint to actually get a nice simulated ab crunch, which is probably gonna be the plan here. We do have drop downs for the legs to hit the 90 degrees, as you can see here. Our butt flap on the back, you have to be careful of. They gave your man yams, but you can't go a little far backwards, so you have to be careful. We do have double joint, and we do have a thigh swivel for going inward and outward. There's no boot swivel, but you do get an ankle articulation, which is really good here, as well as a toe hinge. So getting your bat to do Batman-like poses and things like that all depends on how far you're going to be able to push him. Oops, let me get back to that head sculpt. I don't know why I went all the way around, but as far as the head goes, we do get a beautiful amount of tilt on it. So is with the neck. So it looks like they've improved on this as well as the height on his guy really well. Now my thing is, and this is the thing I worry about, is going to be that paint scrape issue, right? Cape is nicer. What is that? Is that my... Yeah, that's my dial making noise. Sorry about that. So you're gonna have to worry about that paint scrape issue and whether or not things are gonna rub up against each other. Now, one of the things I do wish he did do is that they kept the eyes completely white. I would have actually loved that. But then as you see here with our cape, I do love the fact that, like I said, the cape, despite only being wide across the top, keeps a beautiful flow. As you can see there, is holding really well. So that means when you want to do beautiful long cape shots or just some beautiful flowing cape shots, it will hold. It will hold really beautifully. So with that being said, let's jump into the amount of accessories he comes with and things like that. So I'll see you guys in a sec. So now we're gonna jump into the accessories, which you don't get a lot, but you get what comes with Batman. First, I wanna go over that we will get two other sculpts, one of them being our open mouth sculpt here. I'm not sure. I think this sculpt looks really good, but I'm just not sure where it fits for me, the whole yelling Batman thing, but it fits for the movie style of stuff. I just really wanted those eyes painted white, but I gotta say, having the pupils in there do look phenomenal for this stuff. Next up, we will have our grit teeth sculpt. This is a peak bat suit. Can't front, because I'm a short ass bat kind of guy, so I feel that. Then we have our unmasked sculpt for the cowl is down. As you can see, the graying, they've kind of added that in, showing that he's aged up in the 5 o'clock shadow. And he gave it his own neck peg as well. Then you will get hands, one of those being the holding the batarang hand. I took out one of the batarangs, you will get 3. I need to grab them with tweezers, so give me 1 sec. Oop, maybe I don't need tweezers. Maybe I'm just having trouble. Let me try to slide it off the table. Ooh, something flew right in my eye. And then we're gonna just slide the batarang in so you can see the hand for the batarang is right there. You will get 3 batarangs. Here's your grapple gun. Or grapple launcher. I believe they don't want to call it gun anymore, but here's your grapple launcher. You will get a set of open hands as well. Then obviously, because you have a grapple launcher, you will get trigger holding hands for the said grapple launcher. Right? These can also hold normal items as well. As you can see, they made strictly to hold the grapple launcher. And that rounds it out for accessories. Now, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go find my old Batman so we can compare them up. And I don't think I have any of the other Justice League characters anymore, but we'll get to it. We'll talk about those two, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Now we're gonna jump into the size comparison. So here we are with the previous Mafex Batman that I have. And as you can see, this guy is wider, bulkier. I like the sculpt a lot better. I feel like this one is a little bit more matte. And I do have a custom cape, so I can't talk about the capes. But as you can see, way better proportion, whereas this guy's a little bit thinner. So it is nice to really get it. The coloring on this is a more black and gray, where there is a more stealth gray here. So in case you can't see, I'm gonna bring him a little bit closer. So yeah. Bigger, beefier. So if that's what you're into, that's exactly what you get. Now, this is where I have a little bit of fun when you compare it to Mafex the Batman. In case you want to do crossing over of your universes, here we are with 2 movie Batmen being movie Batman. I'm not sure the head sculpts will, I'll check that out later. But I'm not sure if the head sculpts can swap around. But yeah, I'm gonna move this guy back a little bit. And as we compare to other lines, here we are with a G.I. Joe Range Viper and a Valorverse. I forgot the name of this one, but here's some military style figures for you to enjoy. You can compare it to these two. Take these guys away. Then we have the new Operation Monster Force stuff, in case you want to get spooky ooky with your stuff. So we have the Monster Force stuff with the Mafex. Next up, who can we choose? Oh, you know what? I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I did take out Bane because I thought this would be a nice little touch if you wanted to see what Bane would look like with the bat. Here is Mezco's Doc Nocturnal. I have the Vampire Hunter head on him as I was fooling around with some stuff. And then we also gonna toss in Mezco Ichigo for fun. So here we are. So as you can see, this Mafex is a little bit bigger. It scales with some domestic stuff really, really well. So you have some options with some things. If you want to see what they look like next to an SHF, I'm actually going to choose Buffer Fever Roam because the new Rider stuff is a little bit bigger and scales a little bit better with other stuff as they are bigger in the line. So here we are with Kamen Rider Buffer Fever Form. Smaller, but still not as small as what Kuga would be. In comparison, as you can see, I got a thing with Purple Riders as of late. So as you can see, he's much smaller. But yeah, that about rounds it out. In the meantime, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you liked it. And as always, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you liked being here. If not, that's fine too. But as always, be good to yourself, be good to others. And as always, please, be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.